Good morning. Welcome to another new episode of Mr. Roy Makes.
Makes
Christmas Special Edition. Today, you and me are making potato candy.
Potato candy, the perfect mix of sweet and salty. Potato candy, a dessert made for you and me. Potato candy makes me wanna dance. Suddenly the whole world makes sense. Its color is as pale as my skin. Eat it and let the party begin. Potato candy, the perfect mix of sweet and salty. Potato candy, a dessert made for you and me.
Classic holiday dessert. Potato candies are very easy to make. The only things you need is one small potato, peanut butter, and icing sugar. That's it. Start by peeling your potato, and once your potato is peeled, it is now time to chop it. Next step, boil them in enough water just to cover the top of the potato. How do we know that a potato is cooked? Fork goes through without much resistance. The next step is to mash this potato into puree. Here I'm making sure that there are no lumps left, because any lump of potato would be like a big crystal inside our candy, and we don't want that. We want something very smooth, very soft. Here you may notice that we changed the container because we're going to put this in the fridge until the puree is completely cooled down. Once your puree has properly cooled down, put it into another bowl, like so, and start adding icing sugar. I'm going to add just a touch here, and you start mixing this up. When you start, at first, it's going to become very liquid. Okay, these are really cold, huh? More sugar. It's going to take a bunch of sugar. A whole bunch of sugar. Oops. See, I changed for a whisk. And now it's becoming pasty, but that's a lot of sugar. Probably more than 2 cups that we've added so far. Now it starts becoming pasty. Once the mixture has turned kind of a bit like a cake icing, you're gonna put it on a lightly sugared surface. That's no flour, that's sugar, and continue to knead it, probably with your hands, until it becomes a little bit more dry. It now looks like a little ball of dough. I'll see you again when we reach the desired texture. The mixture now has the texture of like a pie dough, and we're going to use a lightly sugared rolling pin in order to press it down. Once you've reached the desired thickness, you are ready for the next step. Next, you're going to spread a thin layer of peanut butter all over that plate. Here we're using crunchy peanut butter because that's the one we have and that's the one we like, but if you want to use smooth, it's up to you. Once the spreading is done, you are ready to roll. The potato peanut sausage is ready. Once the rolling stage is done, we can cut it into thin slices. So I'm just going to get rid of the 2 ends, and then I'm going to start cutting. We realized a little bit later that we didn't put enough sugar in the mixture, so it's a little bit too sticky. So you want just enough sugar that it stops being sticky, and not so much that it becomes too dry and starts to break up and be brittle. So it's really a delicate process, but with practice you should be able to do that. And there you have it. Now that everything is said and done, I think it's time we have a well-deserved taste test. Oh, that's sticky. That's really good though. I can talk. And don't forget to keep these guys in the fridge so they firm up a little and keep their tonus. Makes